Hi, hello, welcome to the Sphere Flying Cities live stream, developer live stream. Good to have you on board. I'm Toby.
Yeah, my name is Lars. Half of the team of Hexagon Sphere. So yeah, indeed, we are just 4 people developing on our game Sphere Flying Cities, and I think we should give a quick introduction or quick overview who we are. My name is Lars, as I've already said. I'm the developer, or one of the 2 developers, the programmers of the game. Also do some organization and 2D graphics. Yeah, so that's my part.
And yeah, like I already said, I'm Toby. I'm working in the fields of game design and concept, and also doing some project management. We have our 2 fellow developers following this live stream. Hopefully, they're following this live stream from their home. It's excuse me, Jerome, our lead software engineer, and Jesaja, our lead graphics guy, and we are very happy to work closely together with Assemble Entertainment, and greetings to Toby, the Assemble Toby, who is also following this live stream and working with the community through the chat function. Like we excuse me, I gotta drink a little. I'm sorry. We are, as always, very eager to know what you guys out there are thinking about the game and about any content of the game. So feel free to pose questions, to use the chat function. We will also follow that, and we will be more than happy to reply to some of your requests.
Yeah, we have the chat here in our eyes, so don't bother to ask anything you want to know. I guess we can start.
Yeah, we will start with the introduction of the game, and later on we will also we have a save game ready, and we will jump into a state of the game which is a bit further progressed, to give you an idea of what the not really the late game, but the mid game kind of looks like. But enough talking, we will start Sphere Flying Cities. Have fun.
A few weeks after the initial reports about the asteroid came out, it was undisputedly acknowledged in the academic world that it was going to collide with the moon. That was the day our world changed forever. Our reactions were as dark as science had predicted. Very little was spared from the destruction. No one from the disbelief. The impact of the asteroid shattered the moon into pieces, completely obliterating it. A thick layer of debris engulfed the planet, blocking out the sun. Fallout, flooding, darkness. Mankind was doomed. The recent discovery of anti-gravity gave us hope. This new technology laid the foundation for the future of mankind. The development of the anti-gravity device was a colossal undertaking. Scientists, mechanics, and engineers from around the globe came together in its creation. Everyone was anxiously awaiting the startup of the device. Then, there was a malfunction. During ignition, a destructive heat wave was released from the core. The surrounding area was almost completely destroyed. The device finally stabilized at a reduced capacity, and the ascension succeeded.
All right, there we are. I think we were a bit in the way to read the subtitles. I hope that's all right, and you guys were able to follow the audio of the intro. Yeah, we realized it a bit too late to get out of the picture, so hopefully that's okay, and you got an idea of the background story of the game, and just for you to have enough time to go through this story message here at the beginning of the game. I'm not going to close this window right away.
Yeah, basically, good text.
The city planner, Jacob McCormick, he's the architect of the very first flying city, and he will be talking to you every now and then to give some background information, and also in this moment, of course, some words as an introduction. Lars, if you would like to read it out loud.
Yeah, later on we plan to have also some voice acting here. So I mean, we are in early access phase and we didn't do it yet. But yeah, sooner for the full release, we will have more voices for sure. And yeah, so long you have to read for yourself. But I hope we hope it's not a big problem. And yeah, reading the text about Jacob, introducing you to the a little bit the story, or the scenario, which is not kind of friendly.
And the very last sentence is of great importance. We should start rebuilding with what we have left as soon as possible. That kind of sums up the following tasks, which you will be able to check out. We will also say a few words every now and then to also give you an idea of what we have already implemented since the early access start. And of course, for us, it's our game. We didn't expect it to be like too difficult, but we've heard from the community that especially the beginning of the game could be hard and people are not really sure what to do, where to click. So we try to implement a few features here and there to give some help, especially at the beginning of the game. And this quick overview panel here is one of the features that should at least give you a bit of help when starting the game and not like being totally sure what to do. I think it's good for now. We will do this every now and then.
Yeah.
And that's something else in the tutorial that is rather new. It was patched in recently to explain the first tutorial steps a bit deeper and provide information.
Yeah, provide information what to do and why you have to do it. So yeah, that was also based on feedback, so that we explained a little bit more in the beginning of the game. So yeah, but now Toby starts playing.
Yes, and maybe some of you guys who are watching this live stream out there are not familiar with the concept or the game at all. So this is where we are this is the bedrock on which the Flying City project was initiated. And as you can see, we are above the clouds. We are actually on this floating or flying piece of land. And in the very center, we have the anti-gravity device, the anti-gravity compound. And that is the very the heart and soul of this game, this building, because everything that keeps this piece of land up in the sky is connected to this building. It's the cause for levitation, for the dome, the shield protection, and also for navigation into other sectors. We will, or you will be able to witness some flight sequences into other sectors as we go along. The first tutorial step right now is if we listen to First Officer Conway here, it's support for the injured because of the catastrophic ascent. There are a few people who are injured, and at the moment it's 10, and then that is why we are supposed to set up 2 aid centers right away to keep our company, our colony here healthy, or keep the people healthy, and that is what I'm going to start with. I'll remove some of the destroyed former streets and buildings. Everything outside here is completely damaged. It's not repairable. It's only something that we can tear down and gather some material through the demolishing of these destroyed buildings. Unfortunately, there's a lot that has been destroyed during the catastrophe, during the ascension, and therefore we have to start from scratch almost. First step, the 8 centers.
Yeah, just some buildings survived, but most of the cities were destroyed, as you can see.
I'm going to place the second 8 center here close to these residential buildings, and I'm going to create a little residential block here, and that is helpful to keep the infrastructure buildings close to the residential buildings, and it's also a bit of personal taste. I always like to build in sectors and have like an industrial sector and a food production sector and whatnot. So that is something due to the mechanics, but also due to personal taste. First Officer Lynn is now back, and she has another task, tutorial step 2, accommodation. There are not too many residential units left, therefore we need some new ones, and I'm going to set up a couple over here and a couple on the other side to complete this little residential block, which also consists of this 8 center, and everything is close together. That is always,
yeah, that's cool,
smart to do. Up here in the interface, we have the most important information, and as it is a flying colony, as a safe haven, supposed to be a safe haven for mankind. The colonists are obviously of great importance, and we have 48 colonists at the moment. Only 24 though are accommodated, and that's of course an objective very important to bring all colonists into a home. If not, they will be of course unhappy, and they can also not provide any work.
Yeah, this is a key mechanic, of course. Only colonists which are in home are able to work. I mean, that makes sense somehow, because yeah, you need some sleep, some rest to do working stuff. So yeah, at the current state, yeah, now it's 36, I see. People are accommodated, but of course we have to build up new residentials to give shelter to the colonists, and yeah, lots of buildings need workforce to function. So yeah, residential buildings are important. And you see some colonists here, and yeah, this is a feature
Ready to work.
ready to work, of course.
And now that they are accommodated.
Yeah, right. Yeah, as you've seen, we've changed the look of the colonists themselves a little bit. There's more variety now. In previous versions, there was just one guy walking around, and of course, I mean, yeah, more variety at this place is welcome, and of course, enrich the gameplay also.
Yeah, as Lars has mentioned, the variety is something that is constantly being upgraded and improved. Of course, it's an early access title, so at the very beginning, we were happy to have one colonist walking around. Now there are six, three guys and three gals, and there will be more with the second update on the roadmap. There will be age implemented, so there will be kids and also retired colonists for whom you, as the commander, also have to provide food and shelter and everything, even if they cannot work anymore. So that is a mechanic that is to come. And yeah, it's early access, step by step.
Of course. Yeah, we are one step closer to this. Oh,
yeah, that's the next tutorial step. We will provide food because our stack of food is also diminishing, and up here we got the food amount, the stock, and later in the game we will be able to unlock other food production sites. At the very beginning it is just the vegetable plantation, and I'm going to set up one here. I might be able to second one right next to it, and maybe a food storage on the other side. Have a little food block. See, there is a question in the chat. It's the text of it's like really hard to read actually. How can they have a gray text on a white screen? How do you get to the beacon to it? Like, it's really know what you mean with that. Jester smiles, please be a bit more precise. And to be honest, this restream chat here, the function is not ideal. It's really hard to read
in marker text.
Also, give this over to your side. Maybe
Yeah.
you can take a look at that while I'll hopefully be able to complete the tutorial here.
Oh, okay. I don't understand the question. Sorry. We try to answer everything.
Okie dokie. I'm sure we will be able to take care of that as we progress. I'm just going to try to not go game over so soon. We might go game over at some point.
Right. Okay. I mean, he was asking for the skin. of the anti-gravity device.
Okay.
This is a good question, of course. I mean, yeah, we are playing the Save the World edition, and yeah, of course, yeah. And when you have, when you bought the Save the World edition, there's a DLC waiting for you, and you can set it up. So yeah, some of the buildings do have another painting, an alternative painting on it. And yeah, it's not only this building. There are waiting 3 more buildings. 4 more
Four
buildings.
more buildings.
Which
special skin.
which feature that special skin here. Okay, I mean, I think yeah, makes sense. So if you want to have it, feel free. Yeah, Save the World edition always a good buy.
It's just a few euros or dollars more, and you do a good deed.
Yeah,
You
of
support a good deed. In our case, it's a CO2 reduction campaign called Atmosphere, and yeah, it's a very cool organization that you are also supporting by purchasing the Save the World edition of our game. It's an awesome feature from Assemble Entertainment to have these Save the World editions. And I'm not sure if you're familiar with the slogan of Assemble Entertainment, which we all, our team here, find really cool, and it's saving the world game by game. And in our case, it's this Atmosphere organization that you support.
Yeah, I mean, it's some kind of funny saving the world by buying game in a wasted scenario. So somehow some kind of
I mean, that's our unique scenario. Nonetheless, you are actually helping to improve the real world. What you do with your game world is up to you. We hope that you're also doing something good for the game world, but that is all up to you. The real world is up to us together.
true words.
True word. Wise word. Okay, back to the topic here though. Tutorial step 4 was to build a second power plant. Energy, very important, provides the anti-gravity device and powers up all production sites and or infrastructure buildings also, hospital and stuff like that. Now we come to a very important function, it's the priority function. You can prioritize buildings and to make sure that players who have not played this game for too long know that right away. That's why it's in the tutorial. And if you see here, if you go to priority, you can down prioritize or up prioritize buildings. I don't know if that is the word, just made it up. We have to go up to 7, and then by doing that, you make sure that the workers, the small amount of workers that you have available is definitely going to work at the power plant. So energy is very important, and therefore you need to secure this field of work. The further into the game, the more workers you have, and then you can have many production sites and power plants working at the same time. But at the very beginning, you need to make sure that this is definitely taken care of. That's why we did that. And now we have the next tutorial step, and it's building the radar station to set up or to unlock the navigation interface, which is really cool to see, if especially when you have never seen it before, and it is a key feature of this game. Obviously, we cannot stay here in this spot forever, because at some point all the demolished or the destroyed buildings are demolished, and there's nothing for us to do, and we need to move on. We need to move to other sectors, and there are a bunch. There are a bunch of sectors to travel to do research, to gather, to do mining, to gather material, to rescue survivors. The story elements will also be detectable in other sectors. So key feature, and by building the radar station, for which I needed to make some room, it's quite large. By building that, we are able to set sail. So I'm going to place the radar station right here. You walk out of the anti-gravity building and you walk right into the radar station. It's the largest building after the main building, of course. Quick info here, as you can see, radius and strength. That is something that you gradually upgrade. For the radius, you need nothing besides energy. I can immediately go up to shield radius 4.
Be careful.
It's not too smart because I'm taking away the energy I have available at this moment, and I need to be a bit careful with that. The shield strength, that is important because of these particle storms and other threats that are entering your realm here. For that, you need to improve, you need to do research to improve the strength. We will also do that, but not right now.
Good timing, by the way, just explaining when the first particle storm enters.
Natural.
Toby is perfect.
I've played this game so many times, I know by heart when the particle storm ends.
Good.
All right, the radar station was built, and now we can access this interface here, and it's, as you can see, there is the world, the planet underneath this sphere that we are in, and we are right here, and our task right now is to perform a scan of the surroundings, and we will do that, and then we can get an idea of where to go next.
Yeah, what's around you, of course. I mean, at first you don't only see the things in the sector you are currently in, and of course now you can unlock some kind of preview of the surrounding sectors here, and this is what Toby just did.
And the scan depth is something that you can upgrade during the game. At the very beginning, you can only get the information that there are resources detected or that there are dangers detected. And for now, I will stay clear of the dangers, and I will just fly to a sector with resources. And I'm going to move up north because these special features that you auto detect at the moment is an indicator for human activities, which is nice, and we might be able to find some escape pods and rescue survivors. Therefore, that is step 2. Step 1 is just to fly to the other sector.
Yeah. Right. One thing, I mean, you could maybe give us some detail again on the shield side, because I was crying, oh no, Toby. And this had a reason, because when you select it, maybe you can select the anti-gravity device again. Of course, as Toby said, you can increase this shield size if you want, but you have to be careful, because when you increase it, the anti-gravity device consumes more energy, and if you set it too high, of course, not enough energy is provided to
you go into the negative.
This state can be there for just a short amount of time, otherwise your shield will collapse. You have to be careful a little bit with those settings. And of course,
That's right.
yeah, so this
And-
limits your possibility to increase shield size.
And because of the very importance of this building of the anti-gravity device, the core building of the game, it's provided with energy first before any other building. So if I go into the negative, then every other building that consumes energy immediately is left without energy. So any production will abruptly end, will come to an end, and then there is no more food production, there is no more mining, there is no more hospital work being taken care of. So you need to be careful with that. And I mean, it's pretty obvious. You grow step by step, and as soon as the space that you have available at the beginning with radius 1 is no longer sufficient, you try to go to 2. And when 2 is not sufficient anymore, you try to go to 3 if you have the energy left for that.
Of course, what we have to add is shield strength. It's currently not too important, but yeah, later on it will be more important when particle storms are harder, when you go to toxic clouds or other dangers. Then yeah, of course, shield strength level has to be set properly. So and of course, higher shield strength also increases demand for energy.
We are still in flight. We need another 30 seconds to enter the target sector. There are more than 2,000 sectors to travel to, so there's a lot to discover, a lot to survey, and also a lot of mining grounds to approach and to fill up your material storage. The power plants, they constantly burn material, so it is very important to always get new material. Just to make that very clear, it's something for us it was always obvious, but we never really explained it anywhere in the game except for the manual. But not every player clicks here on this question mark and goes through all the pieces of information here in the manual. So we were given that information. So very important, obviously. We've entered this new sector, and there are resource clusters located ready for mining. However, to do the mining, we need the mining drone hub. And that is another building which is quite large and also consumes 65 energy units. You know what, I'm going to put this here close to the radar station to have like a little navigation and mining center here on this side. It needs, of course, workers, it needs energy, and we are having both of that available at the moment. We still have 8 workers and 97 energy units available. So that is looking good, and as soon as this building is ready, we can start the mining process. If you have 2 mining drone hubs, the mining process will be quicker. If you have 3 and 4, it will be really fast. It's the same logic for research as well. When we get to that, the more research centers you have, the faster the research is undertaken. However, now the water storage just went into the red. That means we are running low on water. So as soon as I've sent off these mining drones to harvest, to mine this resource cluster, I will take care of some water management. We have to be careful.
We have to be careful. Meanwhile, we can answer another question here. Of course, the question is whether it can, the city can go more bigger and maybe expand the island one day. So yeah, first thing is yeah, in the final version, this is planned. We have it in our plans to also be able to enlarge the island itself. But of course, as you see, it's really quite hard and very difficult really building every place here on the island. I think, yeah, Tobias did it once, I think, but you have to, yeah, put a lot of hours into
And
it.
some players on Steam in the community hub have uploaded some really cool screenshots with almost the complete piece of land covered with buildings. So we're obviously not the only ones who have tried to bring it to the limit when it comes to like building space and completely using all of it.
But it's hard. I mean,
It's very hard because I mean I could gather a bunch of material and build buildings around the dome, but they would soon be completely damaged and look like these buildings here. So you want to grow according to the radius of the shield and the strength of the shield. So to do that, you need time. So it really takes up some time to get to that state. And like I said before, we have to take care a bit here of the water management and use hydro trees. We're gonna do. We're gonna use hydro trees. We could also go and look for some ice crystals and ice clusters, which are also detectable in other parts of the sphere. So that is one method of water gathering. The other is to have a hydro tree.
but it's out of work, as I see.
It's out of work because the priority was not high enough. Now I think the radar station is out of work.
Okay, this doesn't matter at this time.
It's okay for the moment. However, it shows us that we need more people. We need more people to operate all our buildings. And for now, that is the next mission. It is to increase the population, the total population of the colony to just have enough people for all the tasks. And there are plenty of buildings right now available that you can buy, build and operate. There will be more coming during early access, that's for sure, or that's obvious. You can also unlock a bunch. All these buildings not available, blueprint on it, they are available after you've done the research. And if we haven't looked into the tech tree here, there are 5 branches of the tech tree. You need a research center to start the technological research, and then you can unlock, for example, the chicken farm, or you can unlock the healthcare center, which is the second building that heals people and provides capacity for inpatients. At the moment, we are lacking people. So what I will do right now, I will take the priority, take it down here a bit, go down to 5, and then the radar station is operated again, and I will set sail, set destination for this sector where we've detected some special feature, and we should be able to rescue some survivors and increase the population by flying to that sector. We are in dire need of more colonists. 48 is just enough for the start, and
Water.
not for too long.
Okay, water stable.
Water is stable.
Maybe you need to add more. Look there. Have a look.
It's on 6.
Oh no. fine. All right, so food is, yeah.
The basic food production is secured. The more colonists, obviously, the more colonists you have, the more food is being eaten. And to produce food, you need water. So by growing in population, you're necessarily you need to provide the water for food production and the food for colonists to have something to eat. The food variety will increase or is increasable by, for example, unlocking the chicken farm. There's also aquaculture, which further increases the variety of food. The more variety you present to your colonists, the higher the food happiness value gets. This up here is the loyalty, and you can increase the loyalty by through better living conditions. Like first of all, everybody needs a house or shelter, and then there are different types of buildings. The more comfortable residential units, unlockable in the through the tech tree research, and also the food. The more variety, the higher the happiness of the people. And then this number below here, now we're at 33. The higher that number is, it contributes to the overall loyalty, and the higher the loyalty, the better. And at some point, the reproduction kicks in when you get over 50. And Lars is going to say a few words about the reproduction because we've adjusted that mechanic a little bit.
Yeah, the mechanic is adjusted a little bit because reproduction rate is also kind of limited to the available shelter space. So of course, I mean, it makes sense so that when people see, okay, there's no living space for us, so they won't get more children producing. And this makes sense. This is now limited to the available living space. It can be a little bit higher, of course, than the available space, but it will not go too much too high. This is some kind of tweak we added there.
People were a bit complaining a little bit about the once like they've gone over this level of loyalty and reproduction kicked in, and there was no way to stop it unless you tear down the buildings providing the food variety, which of course, if you've gotten to that point, you don't want to tear those buildings down. So we've adjusted that. Like Lars said, you need empty beds basically to fill up these beds through reproduction. Empty living spaces. However, that is not forever, because like I said before, in the second update that is coming in February, there will be the age cycle, the life cycle of colonists being implemented, and then the logic will of course change a second time. But for now, people should be better off with this mechanic. But our loyalty is at 31, so we don't have to care about that at the moment. We need to rescue people, and we've just arrived in this sector where the human activity was detected, and we've received a signal, and we are now able to rescue 5 survivors and to bring them on board. And of course, we will do that. You have the option to not rescue them. It's up to you. You might be in a state where you do not want any more colonists. You have food shortages or whatever. We are at the opposite. We have water shortages still, but we are in dire need of colonists. So of course, we rescued all of them. We need some more houses. I'm going to set up a couple single residential units over here, and then immediately set course, set destination to another sector. You like basically you can always go to the world map every now and then and do scans. You can do you can perform a surround scan that gives you information about the sectors nearby, and then I'll immediately start the flight if I would have the flight energy. Need to wait a little moment.
Decrease the shield, right?
I could do that.
Faster then.
The spare energy fills up the flight energy. The spare energy is pretty low, 7. I'm decreasing the shield radius. I think it's okay for most of the buildings.
Yeah, we are friendly here. I mean, you can see which buildings do have protection by hovering the mouse over the info panel on the bottom. So as Toby does this, we see, okay, most of the buildings are in green. Maybe the residential.
Yeah, those new built residentials are not safe. Might have to replace them.
Yeah, maybe do that. But okay, as we see, we have energy left. Maybe you can just open the overview panel, Toby. Maybe it's more explainable. Yeah, that one. So as you see on the lower right, we have some energy left. So we have 80 energy, as you see also in the bar above. And this value of 80 goes into increasing the flight energy. So the energy you have left is saved into some kind of power save unit inside the anti-gravity device. So and then this is filling up flight energy. So the small bar on the lower right has to be filled to be able to fly at least one sector.
It was not intended, but at least we're now able to demonstrate what happens when buildings are not protected, not under the protective dome. And you can
let's have a closer look.
You can see that here.
So I mean, of course,
these buildings do not look as fresh as the other ones, and it's just
not fresh anymore.
outside the dome. And what we can do now is, first of all, we could repair those buildings. Obviously, we can send out the drone to do some repair, and we can also increase the radius again and just build a third power plant. We might have to shift some workers. We could do that. However, smarter would actually be to use the empty spaces here to take the radius down to level 1, and of course fill up all the spaces before increasing the radius and having spare spots here at the very center. However, our flight energy bar was filled up, and we can set destination to another sector. I'm going to go down here this direction to rescue a few more people and have workers available. We need to boost our food production, and I would really like to start doing some research to increase our shield strength here, but we're really short on workers at the moment. We have 53. No one is sick. How come we only have 52 working? One is taking it easy here. That's what.
One is taking it easy.
We have to push him a little bit. No, we don't have. Obviously, we don't have the necessity for 53 workers. But if I remembered correctly, the technology center starts working with 1 worker. So let's see if that works. Ouch. But while we were thinking about where to send this worker to, one got ill and is now not available available as workforce. So we might not be able to start the research right away. It doesn't hurt though to have this building set up, the research center. This is also the Save the World edition version of the research center, the special skin. The minimum is 1 worker. So as soon as we have 53 healthy colonists ready to work, we can start the technological research, because the research center is operating. Yeah, an operating technology center is required. Yeah, I know. We're working on it. How come we have 5 people now?
I mean, you need more. So maybe you should, rescue more.
We'll do that. Is there any activity in the chat?
Currently
missing?
Everybody is fine. As we said initially, don't bother to ask questions. I think we are able to answer.
Yeah, of course, we try to explain plenty of things as we move along, but obviously we cannot answer all your questions. We cannot read your mind, so feel free to do that, to ask questions. I'm going to set up a couple more residential buildings here inside the shield radius on size 1 to just make up the space that we have available for that. Okay, there are resources available. That is good. We can immediately send out the mining drones, and there they go.
Yeah.
There is the
mining that resource
the resource cluster. We can take a closer look. What kind of cluster that is? It is actually not just a resource cluster. This is a mineral cluster, as you can tell by the colorful parts of the cluster. The mineral clusters give you specific elements. Their composition is unique, and you can find a wide range of mineral clusters spiked with various elements, and you can use those elements, or you need to use those elements to unlock certain technologies. And as the shield strength is of highest importance for the well-being of your colony, you should do this technology at the very beginning, actually. And we will do that. Even if we don't have the required elements, we can convert other elements that we've already gathered into
what
the
do
others.
you need for that technology? So it's
for the air ionization technology, which unlocks shield strength level 2, we need 2 silicon and 2 sulfur elements.
Okay, I mean, this is also shown on the lower right, correct?
Yes,
so we
there
need
it
to
we need to convert. If you have more questions about converting, it's up here in the manual, but it looks harder than it actually is. So basically you just go over to the element that you're looking for, and we need, for example, we need 2 sulfur, and there we go, 2 sulfur, and the exchange rate, the conversion rate here is 1 to 2.
Inside that category.
Exactly, inside the common category, there are 5 categories, and inside this category, the rate is 1, 2. So we need 4, and we will take these 4 here, the calcium, and can convert. And now we have those 2 sulfur elements, and we also need 2 silicon, and therefore we will put these 4 carbon into the basket, shake it up, and there we go. Now we have the required combination of elements, and we can start the research. course, our technology center needs to be operating,
Yeah,
which
so
it
currently
now
sometimes
does. It's
yeah, but sometimes that one guy goes. Maybe you can increase the priority here and decrease.
we'll do that.
So
Go up to 6,
yeah,
and then we should see some progress here in the
Yeah.
progress bar, and it takes a bit of time. Like I said before, the more research centers you have, the faster the research is over, and there are 30, roughly 30 technologies available in phase 1, which we are currently in. Phase 2 will be unlocked with the second update beginning of next year, and there will be a few phases and therefore also a few phases of the tech tree, and altogether there will be 90
have a
90
look what we got.
90 technologies available. Yeah, we've found some more elements, which is cool because there is plenty of things to unlock. What did we get? Some copper, some carbon, and some hydrogen. That is cool. As soon as this ionization technology is fully developed, we will move on and check out some other necessary technology. Yeah, I wouldn't mind approaching the food, the chicken farm at some point. Provide some more food, or some other food besides the vegetables, the veggies. At some point, the veggies, they are people need some protein, or some more variety.
Yeah, of course.
All right, we could set sail. I've been talking all the time. I didn't focus on this very important function. I've mentioned it earlier, but I didn't even do it myself. You can do this all the time. Go into the world map in the navigation interface and just do scans. Not only the surround scan, which in this case showed there's some resource cluster here. We're good with material, so we will skip that sector and fly directly to the sector where there's human activity. Like I said, the scan of the surroundings is very important, but it's not the only scan available. And I think so far we haven't sent out a scout drone yet, which is very handy. So you can, at any time, you can go into the world map, into the interface, and send out a scout drone just like this. You select the scout drone, set destination, and deploy the drone. And here you can see it on its way to this sector, doing some research, coming back with more precise information about this sector. The scan depth of the scout drone is actually deeper or higher than that of the surroundings. So the information you get when this drone comes back is more valuable. So therefore, do scans all the time. Send out scout drones to as many sectors as possible. Plan your route through the sphere. Try to find valuable regions to do mining. Try to find more and more survivors. That is very important. Just want to.
One thing to add, I mean, you just mentioned it, is the food variety. Maybe you can hover over the food panel above. Like now we have 400, yeah, and of course it's the addition of all food available, but as you see, currently we only have raw food. And of course, there's the availability to build also a chicken farm, and also to refine food through production chains. So, but you have to do that sooner or later to keep your colony more happy in that case. And of course, when you have more variety on your daily food basis, I mean, food is very an essential thing to make people happy. And of course, happiness increases. So I mean, I'm talking happiness. Basically, it's the line fidelity, or how to say, line fidelity. So loyalty. And so when this increases, you come closer to this spot of like 50. When it's above 50, reproduction sets in, and you get more colonists. But of course, at first, nobody's happy on that first scenario thinking.
It takes quite a while to get into so-called safe states, and it doesn't last very long.
No,
There is no real safe state in this game. It's that's what this game is about, to always try to get to that safe state. And sometimes you maintain it for a moment, but then you find out, okay, I need to take care of this, I need to take care of that, okay, I need to travel to another sector, okay, and it just brings you into rough situations all the time. And at this moment, for example, we finished the air ionization technology, and we are now able to increase the shield strength of the anti-gravity device to level 2, which we will do. However, it consumes more energy. So the few workers that we've just picked up here, it was actually an escape pod with 20 new colonists, so that is awesome.
Yeah.
However, I needed to build a third power plant to have the necessary energy available, because if I go to shield strength 2, it almost doubles the amount of energy necessary. And as you can see now, we are we only have a few spaces left when it comes to radius 1. So as soon as we need to
now it gets tough
to get there, and we have only 25 energy units left.
Yeah.
And for example, this food plantation here takes up 25. So you always get into new difficult situations by progressing in the game. Therefore, you need to manage a few features constantly. There will be no safe state that lasts for a long time. Like I said before, as soon as this air ionization technology is through, I will start to follow the environment and climate and sub-branch biology, and get to this poultry farming to unlock the chicken farm. I think I should be able to do some conversion here and get the necessary sulfur in this case. I think to here, more, convert, whoop-de-whoop.
Right.
There we go. Research started, plant growth, and then poultry farming, and chicken farm is unlocked. That's what we are aiming for.
Right.
And we've gotten into a new sector, scan of the surroundings, deploy scout drone. And we could also tear down a few more of these buildings, of these damaged buildings around us.
Surround scan is complete. Maybe
Surround
have a
scan
look.
is complete.
Oh, okay. I mean, maybe it can fly because we need water.
We need water. We need water.
Yeah, we need water. So
I mean, we're doing okay, but we're not really gathering any water. So let's fly into this rain cloud sector to
should increase our water.
yeah, it will boost. We have this hydro tree, as we've mentioned before, and it just gathers water through moisture collection, which is a very slow but steady process. The output, though, is not the highest, so at some points you should either, like we've also mentioned before, should either try to find ice crystals or ice clusters to boost the water storage, the amount of water through mining these clusters. But another very cool thing to do is just to fly through rain cloud sectors, and then this production here is boosted, and we will gather much more water than we were gathering in regular sectors.
Ah, okay, right. Some people here in the chat, some activity good. Yeah, hello to everybody who's new. No new question.
Yeah, to everybody who's new, this is Lars, I'm Toby. We're half of the team behind the game. We're small team putting our heart and soul into this project, and we
have a look at the water.
We have now entered the rain cloud sector, and it's kind of hard to tell, hard to see. It's yeah, there's some kind of fog here, and even though it's not really helping with the visibility, it's helping this hydro tree, and the output is doubled, and therefore we are actually gathering some water and stocking up on our water supply. That is really nice, and we can soon also set up a second food production site. Let's see how far we are with the research of plant growth. Okay, still needs a moment. And we also need another 30 seconds to get to this sector. We can deploy the scout drone even before we've entered another sector. We can deploy scout drones at any time, and we can also deploy to like completely other parts of this world. I'm just going to deploy to this sector here, and let's see what we can find out. Maybe there is some valuable resource detected, and then we can set destination towards there and yeah, mine it. Therefore, scout drone all the time, scan of the surroundings as soon as you enter a sector, or as soon as you've yeah, fully mined the resources there, or have a spare moment to check out what yeah, what is there to find.
During that sequence, I really felt a little bit cold because I saw ourselves here in the stream inside that cloud, you know, it's just like around. I mean, yeah.
Actually, in this, in our studio, in our office here, it is really warm.
Yeah, of course.
We have, you cannot see it, but we have a couple of plants and palm trees here. We have a very green office, but it's not really. It's like the opposite of that temperature that you feel in the game. We have that here, and actually pretty hot.
You need to feel warm to yeah, construct a scenario like that, to develop that.
Force.
Warm inside your heart.
Well, the scenario does not 100% reflect the warmth.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, it's it's a kind of negative and post-apocalyptic scenario, but the objective here for you as players of the game is to turn this into something more positive.
Yeah.
So don't think it's going to stay like this. There's much more to come. Also, when it comes to like the feeling that you get from playing this game, it might be a bit. Yeah, post-apocalyptic and not warm, but it will also, it will be up to you first of all to turn it into something friendlier and a peaceful and happy colony. But there will also be graphic features coming to visualize that yeah, quite strongly. By the way, this building looks a bit damaged.
Right.
I'm gonna send some
not healthy
repair drone here to,
and it's not
bring it
unimportant. Yeah, keeping your power plants, in a good state.
Very important. I don't mind if I repeat myself. Energy, very important. Anti-gravity device, constant flow of energy necessary to keep that thing going. If not, it's game over. The whole piece of land will fall down, and you can start again.
Yeah.
Or load a save game, which we could actually do sometime
We
soon.
we are in a good flow now.
Maybe we'll let the chat decide if we should continue this game, try to increase the dome a little bit, find more people, fly through some other sectors, or load a safe game, which is further, not late game, but mid game, a bit further.
Right.
And certainly we're in a worse state. We have almost no material in the safe game, and there are no more buildings available to tear down, so it will be a struggle. It's up to you if you want to see us
big save. So I
save.
guess it means we should load the save game. So I think we can do that. By the way, talking about graphics, I think I'll change the rain clouds icon a bit. I mean, it's okay, but just yeah. I mean, it's when every time you look at the game, you always see some kind of stuff you want to improve. So next update, there will be another icon. Something, yeah, small. I mean, we'll talk about that.
We
Okay,
of course, our list of things
features
we would like to adjust and improve is like really long. We have to really decide on what to do next. It's kind of like in the game, we have to prioritize. We have to really set focus on the feature that is the most urgent, and the icons. We've talked about the icons a few times. We're not like 100% happy with every icon, so there might be some changes every
now and then.
Every now and then.
And when I talk like, okay, this will be another icon, we have to say that more or less every decision has to be it's always discussed by 4 people by the team, so it's really team play here.
That's one thing that we have always we've always dealt with upgrades and features like that. We're a team. We decide we have to come to an agreement. We don't want to be unhappy with something in the game, but at the same time, if you have some good suggestions for icons, for changes, feel free to let us know. We got the community hub where you can post feedback and then questions and improvements, ideas, everything, and the note board. It's also linked on the game page or in the game.
Of course.
So that is something we are greatly interested in, and also learning from the community. All right, let's load this game. Like I said before, it's a bit further. It's not like really far, but you can. I've already done some research. I don't have, or unfortunately, there's not enough material to build all the buildings we've unlocked, because it's really, it's now the survival aspect will become a bit more visible. And we have 127 material units left. That is almost nothing. So I immediately have to set sail.
Toby is loading a save game, and I mean, it doesn't look too, at least game looks good, but the state of this game is quite...
It's pretty tough, actually.
Tough, no.
This will be a bit of a different experience of the game, because I immediately have to tear down buildings to survive, and that is a feature that I not necessarily wanted to show but at the same time, it's a feature that is part of the game. So I am going to tear down some of the hydro trees. No, actually some of the water storages. And you can see we have 220 something material units. They are being burned in the power plants faster than we can tear down other buildings almost. It's not too much. Okay, now it's 800. We have unlocked the solar plants. That is correct. I can show you the progress in some of the branches of the tech tree. So we have the repair station available. We have the healthcare center. We have the chicken farm, which is cool. We don't have any material to build it. Hopefully we can take care of that soon. And we have the solar power stations, which is really cool because it provides energy without burning material. However, one of these solar plants costs 450 material units, and we have only 719, and we're burning material as we speak. You can see if I go to speed up by 3, how soon the material is going down. So there is really not too much spare material available at the moment. And since this is a game that we've loaded, the particle storms are no longer on level 1 or level 2. They are on level 2, 3, 4, which puts us in a pickle, and because it means more repairing, even more material being used up for that, and constant management of these, taking care of these buildings.
I just have to load. Okay, all right. I mean, it was Toby's choice to load this, of course. But yeah, he'll show us how to rescue this.
I'll try.
Not too
I'll
confident.
I'll try. Let's see. Okay, we need. Wait a minute. How come we're out of energy? Yeah. Okay. When you're really in the position of taking damage, the first buildings you want to repair are the residential units. Besides the power plants, of course, because the power plants provide the energy, but they need workers, and the residential buildings, they take more damage faster. The power plants are more solid. They take damage when a particle storm larger than the shield is approaching, but they last longer. Okay, I need to tear down some more buildings. I'm running out of material. I'm gonna tear down these 3 buildings here.
Food is quite good.
But these storage buildings do not give me too much food. You know what? I'm going to remove one of the tech centers. See if I can then be able to have workers and energy for mining, which I should have. Okay, no, I can only activate one of the mining drone hubs. The amount of energy is just not sufficient for both of them. And unfortunately, my little residential sector here with the community kitchen, or actually 2 community kitchens, two healthcare service centers, parks, and 8 centers, and like this little complex here, I didn't get to finish it because of the lack of material. Hopefully, yeah, I will be able to finish it.
Okay, but energy is good now. I mean,
energy is good. We are mining these resource clusters, which still have some material left. Should be okay for now. all these spots that are now empty were already there was something there at some point. So that's also a feature or a mechanic that is just part of the game. Sometimes you are in a situation where you need to tear down some of the buildings, not 100% necessary at that moment. And then when you have the chance to rebuild them, that's what you do. You're always on the hunt for resources. There are 2 sectors here with people, which is nice always to find more colonists because, you know, workforce increased, good. However, we need material. We need material really bad. I'm gonna do some repair here. And then continue the search for material by using the scout drone. Oh, that is good. That is actually really good. There are 3 resource clusters here in this sector. I'm going immediately, when this mining process is finished, immediately I'm going to set sail to this sector to get some more material. Because if we would have more material, we could really start building these solar power stations and chicken farms, and there's a lot that we could do with the material. It's starting to look a bit better. You know what? I think I'm gonna build a chicken farm. I'm gonna build 1 chicken farm or 2. 1. Just 1. The loyalty level is at 34. The food situation, food happiness, 33. Shelter, 29. Why is shelter so low?
Yeah, maybe we know.
And particle storm strength 3. I need some more repair stations. As you can see now, there are a bunch of drones working. That is why, that's why here, because of these maintenance drone hubs, it's smart to unlock them very soon.
Yeah.
Because they make it easier for you. However, the more drones repairing your buildings, the more material is being used.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a situation you need to do some balancing here. Weigh out the pros and cons, and I would say a few more. We will take the risk. We will take the risk.
Yeah, and one word for the repair stations, because people ask, okay, do I really have to click on repair every time? And no, you don't have to. But of course, you have to unlock the repair stations. Maybe we'll change that a little bit in the future, that they are available sooner in the game. This is in discussion, but of course those repair stations help repairing the buildings which are nearby built of those. So when you have a bunch of buildings, like Toby
used to
sectors something, it's always wise to also have a repair station nearby. So repair process automatically starts, and that are those purple shiny lines you see here, drones which repair buildings nearby automatically. So this helps you in case you are tired of too much micromanagement. Repair station is one.
And of course, a feature that is very helpful in this regard: hold the repair button, select a large area for repair, and then you can take it easy a bit.
Yeah, so so the drone gets the command to repair all those buildings to be has selected.
When the material is getting really low though, and you've sent your one drone for construction and repairs out to do repairs, it might take a while. And then if you are like, okay, I need to tear down a building to get material fast, that will be a job that the drone does at the very last. So you need to cancel the repair task that you've given for the drone to do the demolishing task first for you to get material. That is something, of course, you will find that out when you play, but I just wanted to give that piece of information because you might get frustrated not knowing that you can also cancel jobs that you've given the drone, in this case the repair task, repair job. I might need to tear down another building, maybe no, chicken farm. No, I can't tear down the chicken farm. Very first chickens, which unfortunately are not animated yet. There are no chickens visible, only the output, meat. There will be chickens though. Look at all these chickens. Okay, 362 material units. It's really going down quickly. We're in flight for another 2 minutes. I'm gonna double the speed, the game speed, and Lars, which building should I tear down? Maybe the second mining drone up.
Yeah, makes sense.
We don't have the necessary energy anyway.
So
It
tear
gives
down,
us-
get some material.
Really need some material.
But we will. I mean, yeah, next flight is.
But there's an. It's not. It's not. We don't enter the sector with the material right away. It's
Yeah,
another
of course.
flight.
Another flight is
Okay, so
necessary.
we need to tear down another building even.
Right.
Maybe the more damaged community kitchen.
Maybe you should. Oh, it's critical. I mean, you have to. I mean, is it possible switching one energy level higher, or is it just like shield strength on one? Maybe get it to 2? Oh no, it's not possible. Sorry.
Okay, hold on. We have to tear down. The kitchen. I mean, we have 2 kitchens. One should be enough.
I mean, usually the game is not about tearing down.
It's
But sometimes you have to, and of course, Toby safe game is really in a very critical state. So he tries to rescue and do the best he can. Sometimes you have to do it, and now, yeah, we are showing some kind of really rescue situation of an advanced player, as Toby of course is. So how he managed
which
to
doesn't necessarily mean that I'll manage this situation. That's for sure.
chances are still there.
Oh, but there are some resources. Yeah, I think we might have a chance to build a solar power station at some point, because if we get there,
Yeah, that would be nice.
and if we get to the other sector with some material left, we should really be able to stock up, and then maybe even have some
Really going
spare
there?
material left. Yeah, that was the drone.
Right. Oh, sorry.
Okay, 34 material units. Okay, hospital. To decide here what we can spare. Of course, the hospital.
Hospital. I mean,
487. That's okay. Storage buildings are already gone. That's always one of the first things that you can live without it, especially if you don't have anything to store. I could even tear down these residential buildings.
but I guess you will make it. You will make it. I mean, it's 2 minutes.
Oh, but that's good. That's
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
good.
I mean-
It's a very resource-rich area that we are entering, which is really a bit of a relief. To be honest, I don't want to fail, but I need to tear down one more building, at least one of the bigger buildings, to get there. Let's see. What about the construction drone hub? It's deactivated anyway.
Uh,
Gone.
do it gain material?
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. We could have enough to reach the next sector, and hopefully we will make it to these 3 sectors and do some mining. We were quite lucky actually to find resources here in 4 sectors actually.
And it's
There could have been just meteor showers there or toxic clouds, and
okay.
then
Now
we
it's
would
full
really
of,
be in a
full
difficult
of
situation.
resources here, as you see.
That's easy.
It's not too easy.
There, the mining drones take off.
I mean, we're also low on food now and low on material, but of course, material.
Material, yeah, that will no longer be the problem here when the mining drones come back. Ooh, there's a particle storm approaching. Well, one thing okay, there are 6
Okay.
people sick. Let's see. Okay. I mean, I could activate this hospital to cure these people, but it takes 50 energy units. I only have 41 left. Okay, but at least we're getting material, and we can increase the food production. You know what? Because we set up this chicken farm, the food happiness due to the increased variety got up, and the loyalty is at 45, which is really good, or better. However, this not just like to produce chicken, you not only need water, you also need the raw vegetables coming from the vegetable farm. So the overall food is better, but it's less because the outcome that you had, or that we had because of the vegetable plantation, now goes into feeding the chickens.
Which
Enough meat for now. Now this food number should go up, and it does. We'll bring the chickens back for sure. I don't really like. I get a bit nervous when there are red numbers up here in the HUD, because that's one thing also we've implemented recently to give players an indicator of when things are running low, and we're running low on food. We still are pretty low. Once this number is above 200, this running low on food this info box will disappear, and the number will be white again. And these red numbers up here really do their job. They really do their job. You get a bit nervous, and yeah, you want that to change. That's for sure.
So it was a good feature.
It was helpful, not just for people who are not like that familiar with the game, but also for people who were. Okie dokie. Finally, material is looking good. We have 98 workers. Could even like take a little detour here and pick up some more colonists. Then we could set up a second fourth or fifth power plant, and increase the shield strength to level 2, and maybe even do research and unlock.
Yeah,
strength
okay. I
level
mean, it
3.
makes sense collecting more people. Yeah, Toby.
You know what? I'm
Right,
going to do this as we speak here, and start the research for this level 3 strength technology. Let's see if we have no more. Okay, we got 4K, 2 natrium copper 4. Okay, we can take 2 of this. Lithium, yeah, we got it. Don't we have it all? We do.
All right.
It's working.
And we have a working, science building. So,
Okay, also that's
No, no.
why the food production was relatively low. The second building implementation was deactivated. I can, if I put the priority to 5.
okay, if you want to know what all these icons do mean, you can get a quick information on this, because for first-time players and for players who need to look it up, we implemented this.
This building is deactivated. This building is lacking workforce. Some buildings are just need repairs. This one is almost damaged. Yeah, that's really not good. As soon as we've finished the mining process, we will go. Just a second.
So that one. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Just go on.
Okay, go ahead. I mean,
no. Yeah, it's something. Some things to say. Want to say. So we started early. Going into early access. Like first version came ago. 1 month ago. And 1 month ago was starting off the game, and of course it's early access. We are still on, as you've noticed, and of course we want to improve many things, but we did also do a lot. So first thing is that we have now a fully video tutorial steps. We explain more, because at the beginning many people were claiming, okay, I mean, I don't understand this and this, and we try to give players more help. We did a lot of balancing stuff. At first the game was too difficult, and of course this is quite usual when you develop.
Really easy now.
No, it's as you see, it's still not easy. But when you develop a game, sometimes you lose the focus, because you're so familiar with everything. I think we made a good job explaining more of the game's content, of course. Then we did added more graphical stuff, of course. So as you see now, we have more variety on colonists running around on those connecting streets, on the sidewalks, as you see here. Okay, now it's so it looks quite nice. People
need to get to work.
Go to their working place, and as Toby has already mentioned, there will come it's not at the end here. So when we have age of colonists is planned, there will be more of that on that side. And yes, we gave more hints, and also updated the GUI. So for example, the red values above in the topper show you running out of something. And also we adjust some technology prices and all of that according to the feedback of the community. We had really good feedback there, really helpful feedback. And of course, we always increase, so to always increase the quality of the game. What I can say also now is there will be an update on the game's story itself. So as you have seen in the first hour, Tobias was playing the tutorial, and then of course there was one kind of mission, or one kind of quest you had to do, and of course we are still working on that. And because the mission is to get 300 colonists, but of course, I mean, this step will also be in that separated into much more detailed steps, and the game will throw you into some kind of storyline, of course. And yeah, this will be a huge update. Yeah, plan for this is of course it's a big update, and it's not on the early access roadmap. But you yeah, stay tuned. It will.
We've mentioned it during the release stream, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe no, not too many of you have.
So a big update is looming around the corner. Looming around. My English.
Lurking.
His English is much better than mine. So, but I hope you can understand me. So, but yeah, of course, there will be a huge update, and it will give you a storyline, more quests, more things to do with your island, and yeah, it will be quite a cool features are planned. Yeah, according to this, and yeah, connected to this. So that's next update, and after that, the really first big update before Christmas, we will bring the pollution feature. So yeah,
as you can already see, these power plants, they produce pollution.
Yeah,
and this is just a hint of at what's coming.
Yeah.
There are buildings that pollute your the atmosphere that you create underneath the dome, and you need to regulate that.
Yeah. So those are planned features, but I think yeah, I just mentioned all the features we already put in during first week of first month of release. So yeah, we are on it. Yeah, there will be more. So stay tuned.
And please take a look at the roadmap. It's on our Steam page. If you want to find out more, for example, the update, the smog and pollution feature, the mechanic that is being implemented in the next big update, it will also contain 2 new buildings which are necessary to regulate the atmospheric, yeah, to keep it clean, to keep the atmosphere clean. And so there's stuff to look out for. Take a look at the roadmap.
Yeah, I think, I mean, we are streaming for quite a long time. And I think
the grand finale is about to come. We will fly to a meteor shower and give this this colony that it's barely surviving the final touch,
the final kick in.
The final kick in the groin.
The thing is, I'm quite impressed by how Toby managed this situation, because he was really, it was quite very close to being dead, but he managed to survive till now.
So now water is going down. Water is almost gone. As soon as water is gone, food production will slow down and then eventually stop. So it is.
And of course, the radar station's not running right now, so we cannot access the world map for now.
True. Well, I increased the shield strength.
All right. Okay.
Gonna go down with the radius, and I mean, we've played this game. It took at least 1.5, 2 hours to get to this point, and
more.
It's not like really far.
Yeah.
I mean, quite far in the tech tree when it comes to unlocking new buildings. But as you can see, the management then puts you into tough situations. And now I have the material is okay, but I just do not have enough workforce to provide more energy to keep up with the necessary tasks, which would now be more water production, more food production, maybe a few assisting drones shield strength level 3 would be good. The technology center is off because it was we were lacking energy. The repair centers, the maintenance drone hubs these are completely damaged, and the other ones are deactivated because of the lack of energy or because of the lack of workforce.
Yeah.
A lot of management, a lot of micromanagement. Right now, I would like to fly here, and I will do that. We will fly into this sector to the south and to give this live stream session here a grand finale and fly into the Meteor Shower. The last time during the release stream, I intended or we were on the way there and we went game over, which was not intended. Hopefully we will at least make it to that sector and show you a danger that we have been luckily able to work our way around so far. This is not the average case, actually, because we've been playing this, of course, for quite a while. We know how we can barely survive. As a player who's maybe not that familiar with all the mechanics and all the things to really look out for, you maybe have entered a sector with dangers and threats like meteor showers way earlier than we are now doing on purpose to give this session here a finale. So that is something very common to get to areas where there are dangers. That's why you need to increase the shield strength. For example, this shield, this meteor shower strength is level 5. If we would have level 3 already, we could fly through this sector without taking much damage at all. Only a few of those meteors go through the shield, even if it's the same level. Meteor shower level, strength level 5 will be a bit disastrous. So because we have not even unlocked shield strength level 3, it will go up to 4, 5, 6, 7, up to the 2 digits, as the dangers will also go up. In updates next year, probably update 3, there will be 3 or 4 when the ice storms will come in. There will be more dangers being that pose a threat. And so at the moment, you got the toxic clouds. We didn't even fly, had the necessity to fly through a sector of toxic clouds. In those toxic cloud sectors, like these here, the orange, the blinking ones in orange, sometimes they are the most valuable resources to find. So you have the necessity every now and then to fly through a toxic cloud sector, and also to fly through meteor shower sectors. But there will be more. There will be more threats, and the biggest threat that we have encountered here in this session are the particle storms, which at this point will not be lower than level 3. So they're always hurting us, and we always have to do repairs. Yeah, shield strength is something you need to upgrade. There is another particle storm coming. I'm pretty sure it's going to be level 3. Hopefully it's not level 4. And 2, it's 3, but we have the double impact at the moment. We got the meteor showers and the particle storm. So yeah, we are just going to
maybe you can zoom inside. Looks
give it the final touch here. Take off the interface. The city is not, we didn't get to like expanding the city really big. It's something for you guys to look out for in our upcoming streams. There will be more the next time. Guarantee
Yeah.
there will be a save game with a much larger city, just to give you an idea of what the mid to late game looks like. To come back to this one question from very early in this stream, at some point this whole piece of land will be covered. Like we said before, you can increase the radius, you can increase it all the way around. It's a complete bubble at some point, and then the whole piece of land is completely safe. Right now, we'll take it down to radius 3, and we have the, no, actually radius 2, strength 2, to at least live as long as we can. However, once all these building spaces are filled, or round about that, you will be in the phase where you can unlock the modular platforms, which will expand the building ground. That is the plan. We cannot give an exact date when that will be implemented, but it's certainly on our agenda. Hopefully it will be a feature that the community will like. We assume that there will be no objections from the players' side. It's of course something cool to even build bigger once this space, which looks kind of small, but it takes a while to fill it completely up, but then you will get the chance to even expand the building space and have some more available. Now you can see these meteor showers. You should really try to avoid them. They do hard damage.
Unless you have, if you have enough shields, then of course you can enter the sector with this, but Toby currently does not have. So yeah, I mean, everything gets damaged, and yeah, what's kind of interesting is that you can see the economy logic like breaking down slowly. So now we are out of food, don't have too much food. I mean, this should
only 68 out of our 98 colonists are still accommodated. We are lacking energy. There's still energy being produced. As you can see, some of the power plants still blow up smoke. The solar power stations are completely damaged. The residential units over here are completely damaged. It's just a matter of time until there are no more workers accommodated, and then the complete system will break down. Also, the building health is diminishing. This former beautiful area here with the parks and the community kitchen.
really.
Yeah, it's not looking too healthy anymore. However, we really managed to get material. A material task. We proceeded and we prevailed. However, it doesn't help us now. I mean, we could even like start a repair, but before the drone can even like fully repair one of the buildings, there's another impact, and then it's just a state which is hard to recover from, almost impossible. And we wanted to give you this insight here, or this mechanic. Wanted to show you this the danger aspect of this survival city build.
You still have a small chance here, but positive energy for you, right?
Maybe chicken farm. to activate the chicken farm again?
I mean, you can do it. I
But,
mean,
these info buttons here on the top left, that's when there's one already not too good. Now there are 5. So clear indicator that something is not working out. We're running low on water. We're running low on food. We have many homeless colonists. Obviously, we have a meteor shower strength 5. We have we had a particle storm. It's not looking good, but it's we intended to do that, so we're not surprised. Is there anything that you are still curious about? Any questions you have? Anything that we've missed in the chat? We hope you had a good time. Had a bit of entertainment here. Please, go out, buy the game. Help us in the development by bringing up ideas and feedback and critique. We are, of course, nobody is perfect. We are a small team. We're very eager to learn about your ideas and to implement ideas when there is a big demand for it. We are 100% indie, so we take everything that's coming from the community. We take it very seriously. We are following the community hub. We're following the node board. So is Assemble Entertainment. That being said, feel free to reach out through those platforms. We are really looking forward to the next update. There will be 8 missions, something really that will give you a richer experience, especially at the beginning of the game. You're a bit like somebody takes your hand and not explains exactly what you need to do, but tells you what good steps would look like in this moment. And so we are really happy to release that update. It will be November.
Yeah, let's. I mean,
it will be in November.
It will be in November. Of course, not of course. It will come around soon, and of course, it's also with a complete storyline, and so we get more immersed into that scenario.
Sometimes I'm a bit, or we have to be careful not to give out like exact and precise dates, because sometimes when testing and balancing, there are things that come up, and then we, of course, as a small indie developer, we even have to postpone an update. Hopefully that will not be the case for the missioning update, and also for the smog and pollution update. So we're working really hard to keep those deadlines.
Yeah, I don't think there will be a problem, of course, but of course sometimes we cannot be too specific about things. But yeah, as you see, we did already lots of things, and of course, very motivated and happy to implement new features. We are always listening to community, to the community. At least everything which is proposed is always in discussion. So we think about that and think about you, and of course, lots of feedback has already found its way into the game. More to come of that. Cool. I think we can finish this now. Maybe you can. Yeah.
We will let this run out.
Yeah, I mean,
we will take off. We will go home. But the game will be running.
No,
it's almost. We're actually almost gone. We have people are almost starving here. We have the loyalty down to 0. We have no food. We have no water.
Okay.
It's.
I mean, okay. Maybe you can go
to give you the idea of the game over screen. Hopefully it's not like for you as a player, not frustrating to see that yourself when you play the game over screen. But after all, it's a survival game. I'm sure you in some way count on that as a survival gamer. Nonetheless, this is not the ideal outcome.
Still 12 workers on those.
Yeah, the few workers we have left, it's 48. They are 44. Oh, now they are.
Right?
Huh? 36? How come? I'm sorry. I thought you.
No. They
I thought you had magic hands and
No.
increased the worker count here.
No. Well,
that is. Oh no. Okay. Now I see what's going on there. Actually, yeah, we are really experiencing the harshness of food scarcity, and yeah, it's actually taken longer than we would have expected.
yeah. But I think we can make a cut here. I think we have 2 hours now, and I think so. So
Yeah, we don't want to keep you from doing something else. It's Friday night after all, at least here in our time zone.
Yeah,
It's Friday night, 8 o'clock. Very thankful for everybody who followed us here, maybe even like for these whole 2 hours. We will close it for now. We will show you the game over screen the next time. I'm sure we will, or you can experience that yourself. It's not hard to do, even though it takes longer than expected now.
yeah, somehow that
wanted to give it a
always recovered with a power plant.
Yeah, and we had the maintenance drone. They
right,
actually
right,
do a very good job.
Yeah.
So that's maybe you can take that with you when you get into the game. Do research, field strength and maintenance drone hubs. Place them smart so they can repair the residential buildings and the power plants, and then you can stretch out the phase of going game over.
Yeah, the reason was Toby had collected lots of material in those sectors, when you remember. So I mean, this helped out keeping that state for a longer time, but it was surprisingly long, I have to say. So I think we can simply close the stream now, and we enjoyed it, and of course stay tuned, more to come. We mentioned that a lot of times now, and lots of features already came in. I repeat myself. So the two of us saying goodbye to you.
Thanks to Toby also from Assemble, who managed the chat and took care of everything in the background. Thank you so much, and thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Play Sphere Flying Cities.
All right.
Ciao, ciao.